This is trial number 3.
Is it 3?
Yeah, because we did 2 first time.
Oh, yeah, this is...
Third time's a charm, but
God.
people.
This is sad. Good afternoon, everyone. Today's another cannabis vlog. Sorry for you guys.
I'm annoying her with my beard.
Man, oh my goodness. The last cannabis home lab that we did, which I'll have a nice little link above so you guys could click on that vlog and check it out, turned out horrible.
Yep.
There were so many variables that went wrong. The glass breaking, we didn't even know if we cooked it long enough. That I tried it, it did not work. We had to throw it away. And then I do have a friend who is very knowledgeable on cannabis. I always ask her a million questions. I showed it to her, she's like, it is not dark enough. So yeah, I did something wrong, for sure. So now,
so naturally, I blamed myself.
I blame myself. So at this point, I asked my friend, can you send me a recipe that is like idiot proof? Cause I'm not doing so hot here. So she sent me something. I will have that recipe in the description box for you guys if you guys want to try this out. See if you like what we're doing. So let's get started, shall we? All right, guys, so this is our oil. Yes, so something I'm changing up from the last recipe is the coconut oil. It was very liquidy. I didn't like it. It was just moving around so much, hard to transfer and carry. So I was like, I think I want to do something more solid. So I just use original coconut oil. So another thing I'm doing different is you don't see a tea bag. My friend did tell me possibly the tea bag didn't let it infuse properly. Who knows? So I was just like, fine, I'm just gonna dump it in here, which she recommended, and we're gonna have it start cooking. You know, this is hard. I'm trying my best. I don't want to waste money, time, product, but you know, you gotta fail a couple times so you could get the right thing. And I'm gonna have a more positive mindset this time. So Paul's looking up the recipe right now. Ooh, something people have asked in our last previous vlog, did we decarboxylate our cannabis? We did not. I was told we don't have to since we're not gonna really bake with it. All right, here's the game plan. What is it, Paul?
So first step to decarboxylate it is we're going to cook it at 235 degrees for 45 minutes to an hour.
That's what we were told, so we're gonna try that out.
And that will allow to decarboxylate it, and then from there the recipe is going to say to continue to bake it or cook it at 185 degrees for 4 to 6 hours. And the difference in time is just how much oil you use, how much flour you use, stuff like that. The second part is actually going to be done in a crock pot. So we're going to have a hot plate and everything like that in the boiling water and stuff for 45 minutes to an hour at a higher temperature. From there, lower temperature, longer amount of time. So that should allow all the cannabis to be infused and everything to be perfect how it should be.
So now we're gonna move this to the garage. Let us go do that, shall we, guys? Okay guys, so this is our setup once again. Me and Paul are just debating if we're gonna continue using the garage or later on will we be taking this inside the house because this is very sealed. You don't really smell much. And then also with the crock pot, I think, you know, it won't do much of an odor. We're still debating. Another thing that we did differently Instead of using a knife to chop up and grind our cannabis, we did use a food processor. I don't know why it didn't come to my mind the first time, and really got it shredded. So it is starting to simmer. Once again, we need to get it at 230 degrees Fahrenheit. Something that my friend did tell me is when it comes down to making cannabis coconut oil like this, you should not be able to see clearly through the glass. So with our last cannabis oil, as you can see, it was not that potent and not that green. So we're gonna definitely do our best this time.
So every about 10-15 minutes we want to check the temperature and make sure it's still at the right temperature and it has enough water. So let's see what's going on. Over 200, it's climbing. Yeah, it's getting there.
Ew.
So it's doing good. Just gotta keep checking, make sure it's okay, and make sure it has enough water so that all the oil gets the actual heat, not just part of it.
I think we didn't do it right because it didn't smell like this. It smells a lot better.
This smells better.
Yeah, the other one, something seemed wrong.
Yeah, this one, don't get me wrong, it smells powerful, but not as bad as the other one. The other one smelled disgusting.
And when we take out this beautiful glass jar, we add more water to let it temper, get to the right temperature so we can put the jar back in and not have it shatter. Paul, what's the term for that?
Thermal cracking.
Let's not thermal crack this again.
Sit rep. We're doing good.
Hopefully.
That's the only update you get now, just playing. So, we have lowered the temperature down to 185 degrees. Janice is here stirring it once again, and that's one of the secrets is consistently stirring it.
We did not do it with our last batch.
No, not at all. That's probably why we messed up a lot. But she's doing her sorcery concoction right there. So right now we again lowered it to 185 degrees, and it's going to sit there for about 4 to 5 hours. And the process that we did at the beginning, decarboxylated it, and now it's just infusing the the THC and everything, the terpenes into the actual oil itself. And now it is back in here once again for a few more hours, and we have all of our tools and straining stuff. All right, Pep.
Alright guys, as you guys can see, the sun is down. The sun is gone. Yeah, that's a better way to say it. And we had to bring down the garage a little bit so the mosquitoes won't be annoying as much, because I guess they smell the smell and they're like, ooh, it's delicious. Whatever. So it's like 6 hours later. This is like a 6-hour process. It has been put on high, and we're about to take it off heat and just let it sit and cool down. And while it's cooling down, I'm gonna go upstairs and shower. We still have to, once it's cooled down, we're gonna strain it, then yeah, see how it looks after that. Alright guys, so we do have our finished product. It is super green. If you guys see our previous vlog that we tried to make this, it was not this dark. and that's what my friend told me. She's like, your oil should be so dark you can't see through it, which we have completed. And the other one was very see-throughable. So this is a step up. Paul did squeeze out every bit. You know, he put on a glove, squeezed it, strained it well. Here's the leftover. Look at all that. You know what, like I said again, it kills me to throw this away because I know this is money and I feel like you could just reuse it over and over, but you can just use it once because the next time you try to use something like this again for the same product, it won't be as potent. Now you guys can see how crystal smooth and clear it is. Well, it's not clear, but there's no cannabis left in it, right, babe?
Yep, mind you, it's not supposed to be clear. It's supposed to be this dark
Yeah.
green. But
We don't want the plant still inside.
so we ran it through our strainer 2 times with the cheesecloth, and then we actually did a third one when we put it in here just in case. So literally there's still a couple little particulates left, but this, with those 3 steps, everything is out of it. It's literally just pure oil right now. Our work has been fulfilled.
Like I said, I took a shower. I'm done. I don't know if I'm gonna do this again. This was a lot of work for 6 hours, and for what?
6 hours
Maybe
is the
2
actual
cups?
6 hours is the actual cooking time, but you got to remember setup, cooling down, cleaning, because then we got to clean everything off, put it in the dishwasher, and have to put it on sanitizer, get all the oil off and everything. It's a long process.
Yeah, but we made it work. I will give you guys an update and tell you how this batch turned out. If you see a new vlog in the future of me making more cannabis oil, 3rd time's the charm. So guys, for now, adieu and goodbye. Happy 420!